Welcome to the Division of Health Sciences Advising Center's online presentation for new student orientation. This segment encompasses information found in all health science majors, with the exception of pre-nursing and pre-nutrition. Here's an example of a degree worksheet. This is something we will individualize for you every time you come into the Division of Health Sciences Advising Center for an appointment. These can also be found online on your various department websites. In the main presentation, I spoke about the different components that make up the general education requirements. Here, we will speak more in detail about the components that are unique to your majors. We will want you to be familiar with the following components, as different majors will vary slightly in these areas. For the science requirements, most of you will need a minimum of what is listed here: General Biology or Biology 189, and Anatomy and Physiology 1 and 2, or Kin 223 and Kin 224. If you are a healthcare administration or public health major, this will vary slightly. Major core requirements will be unique to your individual major. These courses are what give a student their area of expertise. They have focused areas of concentration and outcomes designed to give the student a working knowledge of their major and foundation from which the student will develop in their professional careers. These requirements usually take 4 to 5 semesters to complete. Some majors do have an option of completing electives for their degree. If you do not see this on your degree worksheet for your particular major, it simply means the curriculum progression for your degree was very focused and didn't allow room for this option. Some majors, such as kinesiology and public health, will have ample elective credits. While you could really take any course to fulfill the electives component, most students will use their electives to satisfy graduate school prerequisites, such as for physical therapy, occupational therapy, or physician's assistant, while the other students will use their electives to pursue a minor. Many of our majors are considered pre-majors. This simply means the student will need to complete a number of specific courses before being considered for entrance into the full program. All will have a minimum GPA. These will vary from major to major. Some majors, such as radiography and ultrasound, have an application availability once a year, while others, such as kinesiology, can grant acceptance after completing certain courses within a specific GPA. After meeting the prerequisites, the student will have a unique process to consider for potential full acceptance into their program. Individual programs will vary. Some applications will include hospital visits and shadowing of professionals that are active in the community. Many will require a statement as to why you would be a good applicant for the program. Your degree worksheet has a condensed list of requirements and procedures that must be followed for application. These are found on the right-hand side of your degree worksheet and are unique to your individual majors. There are some majors that have application cycles that are both time-sensitive and competitive. Not all applicants will be accepted into the full major. All of the following examples have a minimum GPA, but it should be noted that the higher the GPA, the more competitive the candidate. For ultrasound, applications are accepted once a year during the month of February. There is a minimum GPA of 2.75 where the top 10 are accepted and 5 alternates are considered based on availability. Specific prerequisites must be completed or in progress in order to apply. Radiology also accepts applications once a year during the month of February. Specific prerequisites must also be completed or in progress in order to apply. There's a minimum GPA of 2.5 needed with additional criteria that are considered in the application process, including meeting with the program director. The top 24 are accepted into the full program every year. The top 24 candidates includes all students applying for both the radiology and radiology certificate program. Athletic training is a full major program where a student must apply to UNLV as a pre-kinesiology major. There are some updates we'd like to note regarding the full athletic training major. All students wishing to earn an athletic training degree and become a certified athletic trainer, or ATC, must first be admitted to UNLV as an undergraduate degree seeking student in pre-kinesiology. The athletic training pre-designation is no longer available for incoming students as of fall 2020. It will be very important for students to meet with an academic advisor to go over the needed prerequisites. This program will soon transition to a master's only program. If a student wishes to take the licensure exam with an undergraduate degree, a student must graduate from an accredited program and take the licensure exam by 2026. There are other pre-majors that do not have application. The transition to the full major will occur when the student meets specific prerequisites with the required GPA, and these include healthcare administration. This major is for students wishing to pursue healthcare from a more of a business standpoint other than being a nurse, doctor, or technologist. As of fall 2020, the full major is open to all students who have a 2.75 GPA and have completed college algebra, HCA 175, or the Introductory Healthcare Administration course, and an introductory psychology, sociology, or economics course with a grade of a C or higher. Kinesiology, or the study of human body movement, is open to all students who have a 2.75 GPA and have completed their first year seminar, college algebra, general biology, and the introductory kinesiology course, and statistics. If you are interested in physical therapy or occupational therapy, please let your advisor know, as there are special prerequisite considerations for these graduate programs. The Division of Health Sciences also has two non-pre majors, which include public health, that's open to all students who have and maintain a 2.75 GPA, and health physics, as this degree requires a lot of higher chemistry, math, and physics. A meeting is required with Dr. Steen Madsen, the program director, to obtain upper division course permission. This major is open to all students who have a 2.75 GPA and is a popular choice for all pre-med students. If you are in one of the competitive majors, where only a few students per year or semester are accepted into the program, there's nothing wrong with having a backup plan. It's good to have another major in mind so that you can progress towards a degree if you have to wait another year for the next application cycle. As stated before, not everyone gets accepted into every major within the Division of Health Sciences. Changing your major is very common, so don't feel embarrassed or anxious about doing so. We can work with you on this if you find yourself considering a change of major. On average, people change their major many times within their freshman year. Here's the list of all the majors within the Division of Health Sciences. Many of these we've already gone over. If you're interested in pursuing a radiography certificate, you must first have a bachelor's degree from an accredited institution. Other majors include nutrition within the School of Integrated Health Sciences and nursing, which is the exclusive major within the School of Nursing. Both of these are competitive programs with applications once a year for nutrition and once per semester for nursing. If you are interested in pursuing a minor, there is a minor in public health, kinesiology, and health physics for your consideration. Finally, you must know that meeting the prerequisites to apply to a full program is not a degree in itself. It simply means that you have met the prerequisites in order to apply to your desired program. For those of you who may be considering graduate pursuits in medical or dental school, physician's assistant, optometry, physical therapy, occupational therapy, veterinary, or pharmacy school, we highly encourage speaking with somebody in the Pre-Professional Advising Center. Their location, telephone, and email is noted here for your reference. If you take advantage of this service, know that you'll have two advisors, one for your undergraduate work, which is us at the Division of Health Sciences Advising Center, and one for your graduate school preparation. We will work with you to incorporate many of those prerequisites within your undergraduate course progression. Please note that if you are a freshman, you will be required to attend the Intro to Pre-Health workshop before your first appointment. Even though many of you are freshmen coming directly from high school, some of you have already earned college credits. Two of the main ways are described here. Non-traditional credits include credits earned through AP, IB, CLEP, or military credits. Other students have earned credits through the high school dual enrollment program. Most earning of these types are credits are through CSN or Nevada State College High School. If you have earned any of these type of credits and want to use these credits towards your progression at UNLV, make sure to submit your scores or transfer scores as soon as possible to the UNLV admissions office. We don't want you to take a class to which you've already earned the credit. The academic calendar is divided into 3 semesters. There's a fall semester, which runs late August to mid-December, spring semester, which runs mid-January through mid-May, and the summer semester, which runs overall from mid-May through mid-August. There are different lengths of instruction. Most courses you will take will be the regular allotment of 16 weeks in the fall and spring semesters. Some courses will be considered modular courses, which run on average for 8 weeks. Mid-semester courses are usually online and are approximately 5 weeks long, while the summer semester encompasses 3 separate terms, which vary from 3 to 5 weeks in length. If you are considering a summer course, know that these are very condensed and require a good amount of time to commit to the course to do well. When choosing your courses for future semesters, here's some information that will help you in enrolling. For the most part, subject abbreviations are pretty recognizable. Math is math, English is ENG, and so forth. Lower division courses are given a value from 100 to 299, and upper division courses are given a value of 300 to 499. And this is good to know if you have to enroll in an upper division elective or requirement. Every course will have a credit assignment. This simply means the number of approximate hours per week you will spend in class. This does not include study time or outside assignments. All majors within the Division of Health Sciences will have a prerequisite consideration for course progression. For example, a student will have to take Anatomy and Physiology 1 or Kin 223 with a minimum grade of C or higher before they can take Anatomy and Physiology 2 or Kin 224. Some students will have to take courses together that are considered co-requisites. A common example is the kinesiology internship, which requires you to sign up for both Kin 490 and Kin 475 at the same time. At some point, for all of our majors, there will be courses that have 2 separate parts to the course's overall grade. Almost all of the science requirements, such as general biology, anatomy and physiology, most chemistry, and physics, will have separate lecture and a separate lab. This is designed to maximize your application of material learned in the lectures. The combination of both of these grades will equal your overall grade. Many higher math courses will have the lecture and discussion components. Most in-person courses fall under 3 different categories. Twice per week, this is most common. Once per week, which has a single longer class time, or 3 to 4 times per week. There are also online courses, many of which have been developed because of the changes due to the coronavirus precautions over the past few months. All Division of Health Sciences majors will either complete an online course or a hybrid course, half in person, half online, during their course progression. In order to access the online courses, you will need to activate your Web Campus account. In addition to accessing your online courses, most professors will have copies of the syllabus, and you will have to submit assignments. Most important information regarding their online or in-person courses will be found through the Web Campus portal. Please take note of the link featured here. Your most important email address during your time at UNLV will be your Rebel Mail. Please take note of the link to set up your personal account. All official correspondence will be relayed through your Rebel Mail. Many professors and departments will only respond to emails from this account. If you wish, you may set up to have your Rebel Mail forwarded to another personal email account. UNLV's student portal is MyUNLV, and it is one of the most important aids that you will use during your progression through to graduation. Currently, your schedule can be found online via your MyUNLV account. There are a few ways that you can get there. You can use the web link address found here, or you may simply do a Google search for About MyUNLV and click on the main web page link. Once you come to the About MyUNLV webpage, scroll down slightly and you'll find an option for Student Support. Feel free to use this service if you would like to learn more about to benefit you in using this portal. And in the lower right hand side, you'll find a link to the login page for your MyUNLV account. It may be good to bookmark this link in your browser as you will use this account throughout your time at UNLV. The login page needs a user ID and password, which is simply your NSO ID number and password from before. This is another way that you could find out information about a class and its availability by clicking on the Search for a Class link. It is also recommended that if this is your first time using the MyUNLV login, which is pretty much everyone listening to this message, that you clear your browser cache for ideal system performance. Sometimes students experience this error screen after their first login attempt. If you experience this, simply click on the Sign into PeopleSoft link and re-enter your NSO ID number and password from before, and it should work. Once you log in, you will see this screen. Feel free to explore the different services that are available here. And as far as seeing your schedule, click on the Enrollment section. Here you will find a number of services, including viewing your current class schedule, searching and enrolling in courses for future semesters, if applicable, dropping or auditing courses, and swapping courses. We're going to talk about this particular function a little bit more. We understand that your current schedule may not be the most ideal for your preferences or circumstances. Sometimes people may work on Tuesdays and Thursdays and want to try to get their courses on Mondays and Wednesdays only. Or people may prefer morning schedules over afternoon schedules. You now have the control to change your schedule. Before doing so, please consider the swap function. The swap function will protect you in case your desired class is not available at the time you are attempting to change your schedule. So, for example, let's say you're trying to change your Psychology 101 class from morning to an afternoon section, or a morning Psychology 101 class to an afternoon Sociology 101 class. You proceed to drop the morning class and try and add the afternoon section. You find out too late that the afternoon section is full and try and re-enroll in the morning section. Unfortunately, the morning section is filled up from the time that you dropped it to the time that you're trying to re-enroll. And this can happen, especially towards the beginning of semesters when courses are near maximum enrollment. The swap function will attempt to do the switch instantaneously. If it cannot make the switch, it will not drop you from your original course. For this reason, we highly recommend the swap function when adjusting your schedule. Especially for English or math, always use the swap function. These courses are very important to your course progression for health science majors, and we want to make sure that you are secured a spot for these two subjects. If you're still waiting for AP or placement scores, we recommend to stay enrolled in the course until the scores populate in My UNLV. Once they do, you may use the swap function to swap the course appropriately. A few reminders for the fall. Please review the term calendar from the UNLV website for important dates and deadlines. Utilize the UNLV website. It has a great search engine, so if there's an area of question, it's a good place to start. There are a number of bookstores around UNLV, but we highly recommend the official UNLV bookstore for your textbooks. It has a good return policy and works closely with faculty to ensure accurate representation of needed materials per course section. Turn in your immunization records at your earliest convenience. Failure to do so may inhibit future enrollment. If you drive to UNLV, consider getting a student parking permit. Off-campus parking is not always available and can potentially be dangerous late at night. With a student parking permit, you have the added safety of an escort to your car on UNLV grounds if you wish. It also is nice during the hot days to have an option of covered parking in the garages. Finally, get your Rebel card. You will need this ID for everything from checking out publications from the library to gym access to making copies. Every year, there's an event called UNLV Creates. It is a good opportunity for incoming students to feel welcome and meet some of your colleagues in your chosen field. Because of coronavirus precautions, we're waiting for updates for this event and will notify you once we receive them. Here's our general information for the Division of Health Sciences Advising Center. We're currently working remotely until further notice, but can schedule appointments through the DHS advising at unlv.edu email, which is found in the lower corner of that screen there. When we eventually get approval to return to UNLV from working remotely, our normal operations are in WHA1 with hours from 8 a.m. to noon and 1 to 5 p.m. Normal drop-in hours are Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 8:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. We welcome you to UNLV and we wish you great success in your future endeavors. If we may be of service, please let us know.